I'm Kadie. I've been here for this is my last week. I was here for 4 weeks.
Okay,
Yes, I'm studying to become a registered dietitian.
okay.
It's like a 1.5 year long process. I'm doing my master's, and then this is one of my rotations that I'm doing.
Oh, that's
So-
nice. Congratulations. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So when you graduate? When do you graduate?
January 2027.
That's good. If you don't have longer, it's the summer, then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, for the sound. So yeah, thank you for joining me for my class on making mealtime matter.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. So just some learning objectives, some things that I hope that you will learn about today. Understanding the benefits of mindful eating and how to practice it. Being able to identify some ways to support a healthy family eating environment, and also learning about some ways that kids can be involved in the kitchen.
Okay.
Right, so just some discussion questions to start. You can think about it to yourself or share. If you know anything about mindful eating, if you practice it, what a typical mealtime looks like for you, and if you involve any of your grandchildren in the kitchen. Did you want to? So kind of first, just an overview on what mindful eating is. So it stems from the concept of mindfulness, which is trying to really be intentional about your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical sensations in any given moment. So relating that to eating, it's really just focusing on your physical, your emotional senses to experience the food choices that you make and actually enjoy the foods that you're eating. Yeah, really by focusing on, your experiences, your sensations, and what you are thinking and feeling about the food. So what are the benefits of mindful eating? The main benefit is that it has been proven that mindful eating promotes healthier, more positive relationship with food, as well as improving your overall well-being. So some of the other benefits include helping to prevent overeating by really slowing down the meal and paying attention to what you're eating. Really allows you to fully engage with your meal as well as whoever you're eating with at the table. It has been shown that mindful eating helps with weight management because of the, not overeating. Frequent overeating can lead to weight gain. So that is one way to try. But yeah, good to, think about. The next one, reduced emotional and binge eating, can help with that as well. Improved digestion because we're slowing down, giving our body time to digest and process the food that we're eating. And it has also been shown to increase your enjoyment of food, which is great. So some common barriers, the two most common, I think, are distractions and busy and rushed schedules. There are so many distractions around us, including our phones, eating in front of the TV, eating at your desk, being on your computer. These distractions really do prevent you from being able to fully engage with your meal. So below are some tips to kind of try to prevent that. Eating at a table and talking with the people that you're eating with instead of eating in front of the TV. Trying to not have any phones at the table is a good way to help with that, as well as eating, outside of your office. Maybe go to a break room or something, just because at your desk you have so many distractions that are pulling your mind from what you are doing. And the other, especially for me, that makes it hard for me to do mindful eating is being busy and rushed. Feel like you said, running out the door, even grabbing a quick ham sandwich, like it's really hard to plan what you're going to eat, but making a weekly meal plan can be very helpful for that. Shopping in advance so you have all the ingredients that you need. And just getting a variety of things so you have a bunch of options of things that you can make. And then prepping components of your meal can also be very important. I have here like making a large salad at the beginning of the week, and that can be your side for each of your meals. Switch up your meal, but you have your one salad already ready to go. And if you're rushing out the door, then you have a healthy salad to bring with you. So just 4 tips on how to eat mindfully. The first is to honor the food. This is what I kind of struggle with because I think it's like, I don't know, different to think about, but just acknowledging where it came from, where it was grown, who prepared it. That's kind of like the root of the mindful eating. Taking small bites, chewing thoroughly. What I like to do is put down my fork in between each bite because sometimes I feel like when you're chewing, you know, get your next bite ready, and that does kind of rush your
Oh,
meal.
okay.
So, you know, putting your fork down, allowing yourself to chew, fully swallow before you take your next bite. Limiting distractions, like I said before, not eating in front of the TV, not using your phone when you eat. And something I found interesting is that studies show that eating distracted causes you to eat more and to eat more unhealthy foods. So that was a interesting. And also listening to your hunger and fullness cues, slowing down allows you to digest your food and know when you are starting to feel full. And a good tip for this is to eat until you feel about 80% full, because then your remaining digestion will bring you to about 100. You don't want to eat until you're completely full because not everything has digested yet. So kind of transitioning into family meals, they do have some similarities. While mindful eating focuses more on you as an individual, our habits are definitely shaped by the people around us and the spaces around us. So family meals are definitely a great time to practice mindful eating, because this is when everyone's sitting down together.
Right.
You have time to eat and, you know, pay attention to each other and not just what you are eating. So why are family meals important? Some of the main reasons are to introduce kids and other adults to healthy and tasty foods. It's also a great time to model healthy habits to your family. Eating together helps create stronger bonds, and because of that, it helps to support mental wellness and may also reduce stress. Studies show that family meals help with all of these things down here, such as lowering risk of depression for everyone, raising self-esteem, lowering rates of obesity from, you know, modeling healthy habits and being introduced to healthier options. And for older children, it also helps with academic performance, as well as lowering risk of substance abuse. So this is from the resource that is on your handout. I really like this because it has a lot of recipes, a lot of them being kid-friendly, super easy to make. They also have a lot of conversation starters and just learning more about the benefits of family meals. But on that handout, that QR code at the very bottom,
Okay.
yep, that will take you to this page.
Oh,
And I just
okay.
took this like screenshot.
Right, okay. Oh, good, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of resources on there for learning more about family dinners. But just to highlight some of the benefits by age for younger kids, 1 through 5, family dinners help with boosting vocabulary and helping with reading from that communication at the table. They also help lower the chance of children being overweight. For children ages 6 to 12, that's going to be linked to stronger academic performance, as well as increased intake of nutrition foods from the modeling healthy habits. And then for kids a bit older, teenagers in high school, this is going to be linked to stronger academic performance, reduced risk of substance abuse, reduced depression, and it also really helps you to engage with your children as they get older and, you know, may not be home as much. So the next 2 slides are just a bunch of different tips for meal times. Take whatever you want to start with, not everything all at once. But the first thing is just keeping the menu simple and starting small. These are some big changes that are going to take time to implement, especially if you're not already eating mindfully and eating with your family often. But starting with, you know, planning 1 or 2 days a week that you're going to sit down at the table with your family and create a recipe and eat as a family. That's a great way to start. Planning your meals ahead of time is super important to be prepared instead of, you know, scrambling at the last minute to make sure you have the ingredients for a recipe. Like we've talked about already, limiting distractions, eating at the table instead of, you know, on the couch in front of the TV is a great tip. And then establishing a routine is also important. Eating at the same time every day, setting an expectation for what the meal is going to look like, you know, if not allowing phones every time. So they're not, you know, maybe this time I can use my phone now, like establish a routine for what you want the meal to look like. The next is involving kids in the kitchen, which it sounds like you do a great job of divvying up tasks, encouraging children to help with the cooking and finding some like age appropriate things that they can do to help in the kitchen. Another one that I like is exploring your cultural and family roots. Maybe trying some new recipes from your culture, exposing kids to these recipes, and you probably have a lot of these flavors already in the kitchen, so might as well try something new and try a new recipe. Encouraging discussion at the table, asking open-ended questions, talking about your day, just trying to encourage discussion that helps to create that bond. And then avoiding pressure is a big one too. We don't want kids to feel like they have to finish their plate. We want mealtime to be stress-free and for everyone to feel good being, I guess. So I guess moving into involving kids in the kitchen, a healthy family eating environment. It's not just about what happens at the table, it also includes kids before the meal is served. So involving kids in your meal preparation helps them feel more connected to the food that they're going to eat, maybe makes them more excited to eat it, while also encouraging healthy habits and stronger family bonds.
That's nice too.
So why do we want to involve kids in the kitchen? If they are more involved in the meal prepping, they are more likely to show interest in the planning as well as eating the foods. Like you said, kids can be kind of picky, so allowing them to help in multiple different parts of preparing the recipe can be great to increase their interest in what they're going to eat. Studies show that children who help make meals are more likely to eat the food that is prepared, which is also great for picky eaters. And they also develop healthier food habits and eventually will become more confident in the kitchen. So how do we involve kids in the kitchen? One idea is taking them to the grocery store with you, allowing them to pick out a meal or a snack that they want to try. This can help to spark their interest and get them excited for what you are going to prepare. Giving them a task that is appropriate to their age. So, for example, washing the veggies, maybe they set the table while you prepare the meal. Stirring, counting the ingredients, that could also be at the grocery store, allowing them to, count how many tomatoes you need for a recipe, for example. And then loading the dishwasher is also good to help them show or see the cleanup process that goes along with cooking. And then allowing them to make their own plate. This will help them to choose their portion sizes instead of you choosing their portion sizes for them. And it also allows them to pick the foods that interest them. And then this just kind of shows the different age appropriate tasks in the kitchen. So for younger kids, that's going to include counting ingredients, maybe grabbing some lighter equipment like a bowl or a whisk, scooping and pouring ingredients, washing the fruits and the vegetables. Taste testing is fun because it gets them excited for what they're about to try. Maybe they want to, give their input on what you're making, as well as loading the dishwasher. And then for older kids, improving their knife skills, chopping ingredients, washing dishes, pouring beverages, maybe packing leftovers after the meal, and also plating the meal. And then here is that recipe that you have. So yeah, it's a great way to add veggies to kids' favorite meals by making zucchini pizzas. So you just take your zucchini, you cut it up. You'll put 1 scoop of pizza sauce on top of each zucchini and then top it with cheese. The picture has like mini pepperonis, but you can really add any toppings you want. Peppers, tomatoes, pineapple, any meats, and then you cook it for about 5 minutes or until the cheese has melted. Then it's a good snack or meal option.
It's an easy cook too.
Super easy.
Right.